Okay, okay, that's better. I have a new mic preset, like mute preset. So if I'm still talking, yeah, but I'm clicking off. There you go. Right, so it's a new preset. I did that so if anybody comes in my room while I'm hearing too much ruckus, I'll mute and I'll go out and talk, and then I'll come back in. That's why I did it. And yeah, it's coming up to track. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, so topic today. Wait, actually, hang on 1 second. Okay, so the topic is what makes someone crazy. That's the topic for today. I don't know why that was what I chose yesterday, but that's the topic for today. Oh, and if you're wondering, yes, this is a new setup. It's gonna be two. I always had this in mind, but that room was free for for longer than expected. But when that room is free, I'll be in there. If not, I'll be in here. I don't like this because I don't like sitting down too much, right? I only sit down if like I'm just chilling. In case maybe I want to be able to get up, move. But if I get up here, you only be able to see my torso or like my neck. So yeah. Okay. I guess I just get into it. All right. How do you attack this topic? Okay. What makes someone crazy? Hmm. What are the things you think about? Okay, crazy. Maybe. Hmm. What's the definition of crazy? Because if we're going with the actual definition, which I don't know what it means, to speculate, it will probably be like, if someone's crazy, what does that mean? It means that there's something that's not okay here, right? That's in the simplest terms and what I can think of. If someone's crazy, no, I shouldn't be on Just Chatting. 1 second, I should be on something else. How do I change it? Should be on talk shows and podcasts. How do I change it from Just Chatting? Or is Just Chatting better? I don't know. Okay, so what makes someone crazy? Well, if you're crazy, that means there's something wrong. Like there's a few screws loose, right? That's the like actual definition. Obviously, people can call other people crazy for like meaningless stuff or just to just if someone does something that's attributed to crazy, they can call them that. But is this actually like this topic? Is it actually like okay? What genuinely makes someone crazy? Are we gonna discuss that fully and then compare it to like when people sort of call other people crazy? It's like crazy is just this like one state of being, and then there's characteristics of that, and then when someone shows a particular characteristic, we say, okay, you're crazy. Stop like stop acting crazy. I don't know what's wrong with my speech. I need wait some more. Okay. They say, okay, stop acting crazy. All right, so there's something like crazy is one thing, right? Oh. Hello, 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 hello. Wait, why don't I have it? Oh, wait. I get it. I get it. Oh, because it's not here. All right. Can I copy? Maybe that's why. Yeah, that's why. Because someone said something like that. And all right. Okay. Okay, yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, keep doing that. Okay, as I was saying, what makes someone crazy? Are you gonna write something else? Write something else. Let's see. Let's see if it comes up. Actually, just do me a favor. Write something else. Ciao, check. Um, it doesn't come up. Why? Oh, cause wait, no, it should come up. That's weird. Am I fixing? Am I fixing the first bug? Okay, I'm gonna test it. It's still not coming up. Mm. Well, I can see the thing. I can see the text here, but like it's not coming up on the screen. I don't know why. I want it to come up on the screen. Okay, should I just record my screen? I think I'll just do that. Okay, I'll just do that. I'll do this, and then I'll go like that. Do you see that? It's coming up here, like here, but it's not coming up on the actual thing. What is happening? Did I mess up? Ooh, I think I messed up. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. What just happened? Okay, still fine. I don't know what that was. Okay, let me not distract myself. Sorry, there was just a bit of a technical issue there. Should I fix the technical issue or should I just keep going with what I was saying? All right, let me test. Let me test. Okay. This is the test. It's making a sound, but it's not coming up. I don't know why. Test again. No, it's not coming up. Why is this? Display capture. Anyway. Alright. Let me not worry about that. I think I'm gonna work on that after. And I think I might sort of cut out some bits of this for YouTube. No, I'm not gonna cut it. I don't edit. I'm just gonna leave it. It's fine. Okay. Right. Let's get back to the topic at hand. What makes someone crazy? You know what? Just to gather my thoughts better, I'll use. Why is why is nothing working today? it's it's because of the new setup. Maybe that's why. Okay, let me see. Whiteboard. I use the whiteboard just to gather my thoughts better. All right. Okay. Everything seems fine. All right. This is what we had the last stream, and we're having it again in this one. All right. So, what makes someone crazy? Let's actually dissect this. Let's dissect this very much. All right. I'm gonna clear this out, and then all right. So, a crazy person, right? Right? A crazy person is someone that's completely and fully crazy. Or not a crazy person. Let's just say crazy in general. Just crazy. That word crazy is something. It refers to some type of entity, right? Some type of entity that's not okay. Has a screw loose. Alright? Cool. Now, people may have certain degrees of crazy. All right. Let's go from let's make a chart, right? Let's say this is the normal crazy, right? And let's make a range. Let's make a range. Okay, we'll go back. Make a box plot. Is it a box plot? I think so. Right. So let's say this is level of crazy. Let's say what the hell? Okay, let's say this is level of crazy. This is the sort of high level, and this is low level. In between here is the average where normal people are. This is where they are in terms of craziness, right? And then you get people that are less crazy. And you get people that no, actually less crazy should be smaller. People are slightly less crazy than the average, but you get people that can be as crazy as possible, right? This would be crazy, and this would be people, right? So this is it. This is the plot. Okay. This is how it is. Now, if we're looking at a topic, what makes someone crazy? We're not looking at what. Well, obviously, we have to define what crazy is first, right? What's that? What is that? I don't know what that is. Anyway, we have to define what crazy is first. Okay. Right. Okay. The chat. You're very distracting. All right. Just calm down. I don't know. I can't get you up here. I don't know why. I want to, but I can't. And it's no one's gonna be understanding. So but I don't want to like take up all my time working on this. I'll just do it after. So I'll just for this stream, right? I'll react to chat off stream. You can just see what I'm saying. Okay? I won't be too focused on anything. Right. What am I saying? Okay. Let's continue. So this is crazy and this is people. Right? Actually, give me 1 second. I'm in a different room, so I'm getting disturbed a lot more. Who's in the stream? Just say what's up in the chat. Who's in the stream? Because this is a whole different setup, right? This is a whole different setup. So this is different. I'm trying to discuss this topic, but I'm getting distracted. It's already 15 minutes in, and I only stream for an hour, so this is taking up a big chunk of my time, right? Maybe this is why people stream for like hours on end, but I can't do that because I'm only. This is just like something on the side I do here and there. Okay, right. Let's formulate everything we've just talked about. Spend 15 minutes doing nothing. Well, okay. Right. The topic of the day, right? What makes someone crazy? I think that's what it is, right? Okay, cool. Now, first we have to define crazy. Crazy is just someone who has a screw loose. Let me actually have it here. All right, so screw. Oh, wow. Screw SCREW. Okay. Yeah, nothing is going right today. Nothing's going right today. One sec. Let me get this. Oh, I can just leave that down for now. Let me just get something here. Why is this awkward? Okay. All right, that's fine. I'm gonna fix that in a while. Should we have an intermission? I don't know how to play something while I leave, so there's no intermission. Okay. Um. Right. All right. Going back to this. Okay, so crazy is someone who has a screw loose. SCREW, screw loose. Right. And this is the graph. I made a box plot. Right. So this is the normal range. Right. Of people that's crazy. It starts from here and here. This is the normal range. This is where you are. This is like the median. Right. But people can go crazy, can go all the way up, even past the scale. You know what I mean? Past the scale. And then there's some people that are like very okay. Very okay. You know? So okay. Oh, I can't use that. It's kinda crazy. So this is fine. Right? This is like pushing it. But anywhere from here to here is like yo. You know? So that's the range of crazy, right? But the whole thing is okay, what makes someone crazy? What are the characteristics that make someone crazy? And how much of these characteristics, right, would make it acceptable to call you crazy? If you're in between these two, right, you're just a normal person. You know, you're not crazy. But anything out of this range, out of here, okay, then you're crazy. You see how there's no numerical value or anything like that? It doesn't have to be, right? Just think about it visually. There's no numerical value. No, don't worry about all of that. We'll figure that out later. We'll come up with random numbers as we go along. Okay, but random numbers that is plausible. You know. Okay, so in this range, right? We'll call it 0.5 to um to 1, right? From range 0.5 to 1, then you're not crazy. Let's say this range where like it's very below crazy is 0.25, right? But from 1 to I don't know where that is, like 1 million. From 1 to 1 million, you get the super crazy. No, the actual crazy. But honestly, if I'm saying it like that, then the range from here and here is much bigger than the range from here and here. So actually, we want to make it 1 million. we'll say we'll say range from 1 to 5. Okay, so it's 0 to 5, right? From 0 to 1 is okay. From 0 to 1 is okay. You are in the green zone, right? Anywhere from 1 to 5, yeah, you are. Well, okay. You are not crazy. Okay, or are you? Now it depends on how we formulate this, and we need to formulate it well for it to make sense, right? Okay, I'll keep those numbers. Let's continue. So the scale is 0 to 5, right? From 0 to 1, you're considered. Okay, from 0 to 1, you can't be called crazy, right? Can't be called crazy, right? Ooh, actually, yeah, that makes more sense. And then from 1 to 4, right? You show characteristics of craziness. And then from 4 to 5, these are the guys that are crazy, right? Or would 5 be crazy? Maybe 5 should be crazy. Maybe that should be the case. or 5 is the threshold where you go past crazy. I don't know. We're making up on the spot, but we're gonna quantify it to make it more balanced, right? And this is where we're gonna go. And then we're gonna start attributing numbers to levels of crazy characteristics, right? But we have to make sure this is right first. So is that fine? I'll say 0 to 1. No one can call you crazy. That's just a normal behavior. But from 1 to, let's say, 4.9, then you're exhibiting crazy characteristics. 4.9 is a lot of crazy characteristics. And then when you pass that threshold and you go to 5, and now 5 is when you're crazy, and above that it doesn't really matter. It's just like whatever. That's better. That's a better formulation, right? So what did we just say? Crazy chart goes from 0 to 5. Normal people operate on 0.25 to 0. To 1. 0.25 to 1. I think so. Yeah. Normal people operate from 0.5 to 1. That's where normal people operate. You can get people that are slightly less crazy, but nobody goes below like 0.25. Right? So 0.5 to 1 is the operating range of normal people. Okay? And then from 0.25 to 5 to 0.5, that's where you get like people who that's where you get people who are less crazy. And then from 1 to 4.9 are increasing characteristics of craziness, right? That's what it is. And then 5 is like, it doesn't matter. From 5 up, it doesn't matter. 5 is like the end of the scale. You're just completely, utterly crazy. That's what it is. Right? And I say this all the time. That's why I always have this. That's why I keep licking my lips. Okay. Is everyone following? Okay. Let's continue. All right, we have our scale. Okay, now what would be, if I'm thinking, okay, what is the number one characteristic that a person exhibits to show, or that any normal sane person will attribute like crazy to? We'll just kind of blurt it out, and then we'll start giving them numbers, right? Okay, we'll say this is we'll say this is 5, level 5 crazy. No. We'll blot them out first. Like, this is our area to blurt out the characteristics, and then we'll start giving numbers to them. Okay, what is one thing? And I don't want to go like extreme. You know what I mean? Only craziness that is okay to talk about on Twitch. Right. What is crazy? And to be honest, I think I'm going more entertainment, because if I'm going to be more serious about like this topic, because it can be very serious, I don't know how to really strike a balance, because I'm on Twitch at the end of the day, so you have to strike some sort of balance between like educational and entertainment. But it's kind of tough, because my idea of coming in here was just like, okay, I'm just gonna try to spit as much game as I can, right? But that's not how it works. Okay, nobody's gonna come here and just listen to me talk about random stuff. That's boring, right? But speaking about things and thinking about things is very important. Okay, what is crazy? All right, let's just say let me think, because I'm I'm thinking of things in my head that are popping up, but I don't want to write it down because it's, you know, like the first thing that popped up in my head is shooting someone. That is crazy, right? But police shoot people. You know what I mean? Without being crazy. They just, like, out of self defense, they do. You know what I mean? Right? Sometimes it's justified to shoot someone. It wouldn't be called crazy. It would be more, shooting someone would be more like just unlawful. You're just a criminal. But what is something that's crazy, right? You're not a criminal, but like it's crazy. How do you draw that line? Like if you shoot someone like unwarranted and you're just a psychopath, then you're not really crazy. You're just like you're just, well, psychopath and crazy is, are they distinct? How do you differentiate them? Let's actually explore that. How do you differentiate a psychopath and a crazy person? Well, we haven't really explored what a crazy person is, so we can't really do that yet. Otherwise, I'm just going from like preconceived notions. Okay, let's just blur it out. What? Okay, let me just stop thinking too much about it. Whatever I think, I'm just gonna write. Let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna put back shooting people, and then we're gonna discard some, and we're gonna take some before we like scale it, right? So we just say shooting, shouting like a crazy person. So a particular type of screaming. When I say that, I know everybody knows what I mean. There's a particular type of screaming that just goes, yeah, that's that characteristic. Yeah, that definitely is crazy. So I'm gonna write that out. So a particular type of screaming. Right, that's one. That's two. Now what else? What else is crazy? What else is crazy? What else is sign of craziness? Unwarranted revenge. Because everything that's crazy, you just add like crazy before you start like shout, or just add crazy to the word, like shouting like a crazy person, doing this crazily, being crazy in this way, right? There's no like detaching an act from the word crazy, because the acts can be just done without you being crazy. So what is that thing? That's what we're trying to get to the bottom of. What makes somebody crazy? Is it one thing, or is it a multitude of things? Or is it just a combination of particular things? That's what we're trying to get to. What makes someone crazy? And this is, everything is live. This is just, we're just thinking. We're not doing research, right? We're not trying to get information out from the world. We're trying to build on what we have and expand on that ourselves. That's what we're trying to do here. So we can go and like search it up, but like what is that for? That's not us producing something, right? And it is you being factual. But it's going to just, test out how your mind works. And for me, it will be nice to see. Like, I'm telling you, I'm gonna discuss anything and everything. Well, not anything, anything. I'm going within my principles, right? Remember, being flexible within your principles. If you missed any stream, I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna go back over things too often. I'll catch you up sometimes, but I'm not going to be like, okay, reiterate and reiterate and reiterate. If you want to see what we've developed, what we've talked about, go watch the old streams, go watch the old YouTube videos. I don't have time. Like, keep up. Right. All my VOD is on my YouTube, so if you want to just go check that out, go ahead. Right? Okay. What else? What else makes somebody crazy? Um, what about the way someone talks? What about the way someone talks? How can someone talk that is crazy? What's a crazy talk? Out of pocket. But is that crazy or is that just out of pocket? Out of pocket like things. Okay, there's a certain level, right? Okay. Uh, level of being, when you go past the level of being like, what would it be called? To go past the level of being slightly out of pocket. Yeah, being too out of pocket. That's kind of crazy. BING, being too out of pocket. You know those guys that just, you know, we all know, right? What else? What else? So when you have a couple things here, and to call someone crazy, they can do, okay, a crazy look, like just like, yeah, when you see like some look somebody does, it's like, yeah, that's, yeah, that's crazy. That is definitely crazy. What's the look though? We all can see it, but we don't know how to describe it, and I'm not going to reenact it because that's crazy. Okay. What else? I'm thinking just doing crazy things, but like, what are the crazy things? Is putting your hand in someone's bag crazy? No, it's just weird. Right? You see these things that like are, they're not interchangeable. Like weird is not interchangeable with crazy, or is it? You know? But it seems that way. It seems that weird stuff is just crazy as well. But they're not like interchangeable. There's weird and then there's crazy. And also, there's also a good version of crazy, right? Someone can call you, oh, you're crazy at something, but that could mean a good thing, you know? That could mean a good thing. Someone says, oh, wow, you're actually crazy at this. It could be good. Hmm. 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 Okay, I'm quite slow with this. We'll come back to this. We'll come back to this. Let me just go to a new page. How do I go to a new page? Oh, I can't go to a new page. This is, yeah, that's dumb. All right, never mind. So we didn't come up with too much for um the characteristics of crazy, because why is that? Because crazy is just like an inherent thing. It's just like you can't really distinguish it. You just know, right? And also there are other words attributed to crazy that I didn't want to like mix up together, because you can do weird things that are crazy, but it's weird. Not, I would say that's more weird than crazy. So, okay, reason why I couldn't come up with it because like crazy things are just crazy. Crazy things are just crazy. So you can't really take the word out of the name. But what makes someone these crazy things? Okay. So what makes someone crazy is probably a showcase of characteristics that are attributed to crazy, right? Showcase of characteristics that are attributed to crazy. But why can't I distinguish those attributes? I thought it would have been easier than this to like really stretch out those from just the like simple word crazy? How do you dissect it? Like for instance, this could be seen as crazy at a different time, in a different time, or it could be now, right? Me talking to a camera, right, could be crazy. But if I'm talking to a camera and there's a lot of people watching, then that's not crazy. But the only way to get there is if you start talking to a camera and there's no one watching. You know, right? So what is it? Let's get out of the screen for a second. What is it? What is the thing? What are the characteristics? I don't want to think about it too much, but you need to define them to really get to the bottom of it. You really do. How do we define it? How do we define it? Hmm. A showcase of characteristics that are attributed to crazy. What are characteristics attributed to crazy? Yeah, it's kind of like a circular argument. Okay, so it's a showcase of characteristics that are attributed to crazy. So okay, tell me the characteristics. It's just crazy, but that doesn't make any sense. You can call that crazy. How do I make it make sense? That's the whole point of this. How do we make that make sense? What are the characteristics attributed to crazy? Because we can't just say, oh, someone's crazy when they have characteristics attributed to crazy. Okay, what is crazy? We have to define what crazy is first, right? Crazy is a level of crazy. Makes no sense. So before the stream ends, we need to make sure we have a concrete, I guess, definition of crazy in order to sort of finish this definition. We can even say the showcase of characteristics that are attributed to crazy, such as boom, boom, boom. Right? With this weighing that, this weighing this, and this weighing that. And if a person exhibits all of this in a certain particular time frame, right? Going past the threshold of from the crazy scale that is from 0 to 5, going past 1, the threshold of 1, then that person is showing characteristics of crazy. When they reach characteristics, right? When they exhibit characteristics that equate to a threshold of 5, right? Now you can call that person crazy. So what makes someone crazy is a showcase of characteristics over a certain time frame, right? When added up together in terms of how crazy each characteristic weighs over a certain time frame, when added up together, if it goes past a level of 5, right? This camera, okay. If it goes past a level of 5 on the crazy scale, then you can call that person crazy. You are not getting this type of content anywhere else. How the okay, all right. Listen. We're not Einstein yet. but we'll get there. We'll get there. All right. Let's get all of that down on paper. All right. Let's go back. Okay. Let's increase this a little bit. That's what we want. Okay. Showcase of characteristics that are attributed to crazy. All right. So now, what is the full definition? And I kind of want to do this with text. I don't want to do it here because it's gonna take long to write. Okay. Should I get like a text app? Okay. Next stream, I'm actually gonna put on my stream book. One second, let me get it. I don't want to get up because it's just gonna show my everything. So. Yeah, I'll do this. One sec. there. Listen, stream planning toolkit. This is like our stream book. This is us. This is ours, right? This is ours. The stream book, right? We're going to become the best streamer in the world because of this, right? We're talking, we're discussing, we're thinking, and we're also jotting down notes. Okay, so I need to get better tomorrow for tomorrow's stream. So I need to get like a text app that I can sort of make the text bolder because now I'm done like what I was doing before for like the past couple of weeks. So I have more time now to sort of prepare. But we don't really do much preparation for like the content, like the thinking. We don't do preparation for that. But like the technical stuff, right? I do that off stream. But like thinking and planning and coming up with I don't do that off stream. We just everything is live. Everything is live. So that's how it's gonna be. Period. Right? So let's see. Okay, I need to get something ready for tomorrow. Like for instance, you know how I put the title on, like this. This is what we had the other day, right? Just topic, video topic, and we figured that out on stream. We're gonna come to the greatest conclusions of mankind on stream. So be here for the journey. All right. So I need to get a sort of like a text app where I can show what like ideas faster. All right, then we're gonna get like a library of apps that we use. Actually, I'm gonna put that at the back of here. What app is this? It's called a whiteboard app. Put it at the back of the book. Damn. All right, so apps, apps, whiteboard. Okay, come on. Let me not waste too much time because we're getting there. Okay, go. Okay. What makes someone crazy? Right. Let's go. This is what we all came up with. I'm gonna forget some words and maybe mix some around, but it's gonna be the same premise, the same thing. Okay. All right. Someone can be deemed crazy. It's there's not gonna be enough space to write all of this. Can I just go on my notes app? Yeah, I think I'll just go on my notes app. Yes. Oh, it doesn't show it there. All right, cool. Let me bring it here. I'll go on a new note. Give me a sec. Let me just go on a new note. No. All right, new folder. Okay. I'll just say Twitch documents. All right. Oh, that doesn't. Okay. Yeah, there we go. All right, these are my Twitch documents. Okay, does this work? All right, cool. All right. Someone can be deemed crazy when, right, they they exhibit characteristics of not when they exhibit characteristics of craziness, right? Okay, when they exhibit characteristics of craziness, such as, then I'll leave that blank for now because we don't know what it is. We don't have one yet. Just blank with the appropriate what is it? What did we think of? Alright, someone's deemed crazy when they exhibit characteristics of craziness, such as blank, with the appropriate weight attributed to each characteristic. Okay, with the appropriate weight. WEIGHT attributed to each characteristic, right? Using the craziness scale, right? Over a certain time frame, if they exhibit a combination of characteristics in a certain time frame, if a person exhibits a combination of characteristics, then what happens? Of these characteristics. Then okay, that reaches or goes past we call it crazy level 5, then they can be called crazy. So if you're asking what makes someone crazy, having craziness characteristics that add up to a level of 5 on the crazy scale. Okay, having craziness characteristics that goes up to a level of 5 on the crazy scale over a certain time period. A certain time. Now, all we have to do is fill in this blank. Oh, not there, here. That's all we have to do, fill in this blank. When we fill in this blank, we're done with this idea. I want to have apps or like a drawing board where we can map out things, make it look more polished and this and this and this. But for now, we're going with what we have. Like I said before, anybody can stream, right? Obviously, we have our day job. We have things we're doing on outside, even for me as well. But to get up and actually try to connect with people, whether online or outside, I think it's cool. Like we're in a day and age where this is possible. So why not give it a shot, right? I think it's kind of like an art form. Okay. let's read it. Let's make sure it sounds okay. Okay. Someone can be deemed crazy when they exhibit characteristics of craziness such as blank, with the appropriate weight attributed to each characteristic using the craziness scale over a certain time frame if they exhibit a combination of these characteristics that reaches or goes past a lazy level, no, a crazy level. A crazy level a crazy level 5, right? Or should I say a crazy level of 5? No, crazy level 5, yeah. No, crazy level 5. Goes past the crazy level 5, so I'm just gonna coin this term. Crazy level. That's me. I came up with this. Right? No. Okay. Oh, actually, whoa, that's new. We can say crazy level 0, that means you're not crazy. Crazy level 0.2, that means you're not crazy at all. But crazy level 5, that means you are crazy. Okay, crazy level 4, you're getting there. Okay? That's what we can say. That's what we can do. Right? We can say that. You know? Right. Okay. Is okay. Having craziness characteristics that add up. Um, having is not the right word. Exhibiting or displaying. I don't want to. I don't like displaying. Well, exhibiting and displaying are the same thing. Well, displaying means like it's kind of like faked. Because somebody can fake being crazy. So it's not really displaying. It's like so unpurposefully showcasing craziness characteristics that add up to a level of 5. Period is what makes someone crazy. See, this one was kind of like it was top. I want to actually go into more difficult topics because that was easy to come up with, very easy. It's like it's just a scale. You add it there, boom, boom, boom. What's a hard topic? Because this was very easy. What's a what's a much more difficult topic? Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's done. This is the time. Oh, we still have the blank, and we can just say the last things that we said before. Let's see what were they, guys. Don't worry about my what is this? Oh, screwed. Oh my days. Oh man. Okay. um, let's go back. Let's go way back. Mm. All right. We'll use these as examples. Yeah, but these aren't good examples. This isn't really crazy. This is just like rushed. It's not really like examples of someone actually being like crazy. Damn, I actually didn't find examples of crazy. Maybe I have to like figure it out tomorrow. But I don't want this topic to drag on though. If you want to go with easy ones, you can go like randomly slamming a book on the table, randomly slamming your face on the table, slapping someone out of like for no reason. You know what I mean? Like doing things like that normal people just wouldn't do can be crazy. But something that people don't do that can be called crazy could in the future be like, yo, that was the move. You should have made that move. So like in what sense is it crazy? It's like of no gain in the present or in the future. All right. Doing something that nobody else would ever do that is of no productive value, no gain, or just lack of common sense. Doing things out of a lack of common sense. All my days, that's it. That's it. Oh my, how can I add that in? Okay, someone that didn't create characteristics of craziness such as hmm. Can I remove that? Just say exhibiting actions that show a lack of common sense. Yeah, that's better. But that's not crazy though. That you can just be like dumb or an idiot. You can just be an idiot. So that doesn't mean crazy. No, not like it's like lacking common sense and being crazy are different though, right? An extreme lack of common sense. What about that? They can just be like a very big idiot. What would make it crazy? I genuinely don't know. You can't. Can you distinguish it? Yeah, I don't think so. Wow. Well, at least we came up with this. But it's so unfinished. I don't like it. I hate it. I need to just finish. I need to finish it. Someone can be deemed crazy when they exhibit characteristics of craziness, such as blank. I hate that. I don't know why. That aggravates me. An appropriate way to attribute it to each characteristic using the craziness scale, which we made over a certain time frame. If they exhibit a combination of these characteristics that reaches or goes past a crazy level 5, then they can be called crazy, showing craziness characteristics that add up to a level 5. No, add up. It's a term. Add up to a crazy level 5. Crazy level 5. That's the actual term. It's not crazy level of 5. No, it's a crazy level 5. On the crazy scale, over a certain time period, that is what makes someone crazy. That is what makes someone crazy. Now, we're gonna finish this. I'm gonna put this on my Discord. Oh, that's actually another thing. Discord. We now have topics that we just put on our Discord. I'm going to go here, get Discord up. Right, this is our Discord here. Oh yeah, I need to put our Discord in the thing. Okay, so not new channel. I just need to make a forum. How do I create a forum? Oh, there we go. New post. Okay, title. What makes one crazy? Someone crazy. I'll put question mark. Then I'll go here and I'll get this. Boom. I hate that blank. We'll change it. Don't worry. We'll fix it. V. There we go. Okay. Then post. Why is it? Oh, why is it on education? This is not meant to be it's meant to be a whole new thing. Delete post. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Form. What makes and create new post. Actually, oh, before we wrap up, actually, I can do that on my own time. Before we wrap up, let's actually think of what we're gonna do next. This was kind of a mellow stream, to be honest. I was just kind of like annoyed at the fact that I couldn't really think. What are like how do you what is a characteristic of craziness? Like, honestly, help me, because I don't know. Like, I can say something, but it will be more weird or more like just dumb or more this and that, but it wouldn't be like crazy. The crazy is like, the one that's like hidden. I don't know what it is, but I don't think about things too much outside the stream, but that annoyed me today. That actually annoyed me. So, all right, next stream we're gonna. I don't want to have this drag on too, so we have to get a different topic. So we'll just do da da da. What can we do? I don't want to think of any sport as well though. Okay, we'll think of a topic on the stream. We'll look at streamers. We'll just see what things are going. We just see other things that are going on, and then when something pops into my head, I'll know. But for now, that's it. So be excited about what we're gonna discuss tomorrow, because it's probably gonna be better than this. So it's been me. This is your answer. This is your answer. Let me just actually remove such as blank. But that's annoying because it's just characteristic craziness. Like, that's vague. That's so vague. So this is an unfinished answer. We'll come back to this later on, and that can happen. Like, it can be unfinished. So we'll come back to it later on. I don't think this is like too pressing to like spend two streams on, but if you want that to, happen, I can. So yeah, I guess that's how we could come up with an hour for what makes someone crazy. And yeah, think about a new topic in the stream tomorrow. Peace.